Hey friends, today we're painting this beautiful empty tomb watercolor painting for Easter. This is a kid-friendly painting that is also perfect for beginners. On the screen is a supply list of everything you're going to need today. Remember, if you need to go slower or take your time, feel free to pause the video at any point. So let's get started. Because this painting is going to cover most of the paper, I'm grabbing masking tape, taping the paper down so that it doesn't warp or bend with all of the water. This also gives it a pretty border at the end that you'll see. Let's grab our pencils and get started sketching. I'll put the image on the screen just so you can kind of see what we're doing here. But first, I am outlining the top of the little hill where the tomb is. Now, be as squiggly and messy as you can. We want it to look organic and natural. I'm going to draw the line right at the bottom of the hill and where the dirt meets. And then just a big rectangle up here for the entrance into the tomb. And right next to that, we'll do the stone. And remember, this is supposed to be uneven with bumps. Perfect. Okay, over here, I'm just gonna do like this rough outline of where I want the tall grasses to go. And then the same over here. Now remember to sketch very lightly because we don't want this pencil to be showing up underneath the paint. And then here, just some lines marking where I'm going to do the flowers. And that's it, super simple. I'm gonna grab my eraser and lightly erase everything just so those pencil marks don't show up. Now I'm not getting very many paints for this. I'm just doing brown, green, and then a pink reddish color. And what I forgot to put here was blue for the sky later. All right, let's get started with the paint. I'm grabbing a lot of water on my brush and the brown paint, and I am just gonna go to town and paint everywhere where the hill is. Now you don't need to be super precise with the brown next to where the grass is gonna go. I'm just cleaning off my brush so it's wet. And then with my clean brush, I'm just gently spreading that paint over to where the grasses are going to go. At this point, while it's still wet, I'm going to do a little bit of wet on wet. So I'm going to grab some more wet paint on my brush and drop it in a couple areas on top of this wet paint. But I'm not going to mix it in. I'm just going to drop it and let it spread. Okay, now I'm getting more water onto my brush and mixing it with the brown, and we're going to do that dirt pathway that leads right up to the tomb. Okay, let's work on that boulder, and I'm getting a lot of paint on my brush this time. It's going to be a little bit darker, and I'm going to go around it, but I'm going to leave a white space in between the hill that we just painted and the dirt ground. I like to leave a white space around a lot of my things just to make it pop, and then it also won't bleed into that other wet paint. after we're done painting this, we're going to paint the entrance into the tomb. And of course, I forgot to put black on my paint palette, so I'm going to get black mixed with a little bit of blue and paint that entrance into the tomb. And again, I'm going to leave a white space between this new black paint and the brown paint on the paper. After we finish here, we're going to move on to do the grass on either sides. We'll get the green color, but I want to do it very, very lightly because we're going to be painting pink flowers on top of this green. So what you do is you get a lot of water on your brush and just a little bit of the green paint. And then you just paint it on either side and blend it out. Paint all the way up to where the grasses will go and all the way down here where the flowers are. And I'm drying off my brush on my paper towel, and then I'm kind of softening up the edges there, up top. And then we'll work over on this other side and get that done. I know it doesn't look impressive right now, guys, but I promise with the layers and details, it's going to be a beautiful piece. Hang in there. Once you finish with the green paint, we need to let this layer completely dry before we can move on. So you can get a thick piece of paper and fan it, you can get a blow dryer, or you can step away and let it dry. Come back when you're ready to move on. All right, let's move on to our flowers. And I have this reddish pink color. That's the only color of flowers I'm going to do, but feel free to do what you want. Now, when we're painting the flowers, there is not much to it. I just dab it in a couple directions and call it good. We don't need to be too detailed here. Just be aware of your spacing. Some flowers can be close together and some flowers can be further away. Just do a variety so it's interesting to look at. Once these flowers are done, I'm going to move on to work on some detail work on the tomb. So I'm just going to load my brush up again with brown, just a lot of brown pigment on my brush. I'm going to go around the opening of the tomb. Don't worry about straight lines. Just make it as natural as you can. And then I'm just going to make random marks on the boulder, on the hill. Don't think too much about it. Just make some dash marks and move your brush around. And let's do that same thing below, down on this dirt ground. All right, once again, we are working with layers, guys, layers and layers. So we need to let this dry before we can move on to some more details. Okay, everything's dry and we're ready to move on. And I am loading my brush up with some green paint, the same green paint. And I am going to use some really soft, light movements for this tall grass on the back side here. Do some short ones and tall ones. Again, we just want a variety. Do it over here on the left side. And then we will do some little tiny ones in between the flowers on the bottom. Don't overwhelm this area with so many green blades of grass. We are also going to go in this area with some colored pencil and accentuate some of the lines. Grabbing my colored pencils, I just have 3, a brown, green, and red, the same colors that are on the paper right now. First, I'm going to grab my green, and I'm just going to make a couple lines here, curved lines to look like the grass. Not very many, some going in different directions, different lengths. This will just help make some of that color pop. After I'm done with the green, I'm going to grab my red colored pencil and work on the flowers. Now I'm not outlining the whole flower, I am just making a little dash mark on some of the flowers. Now I'm ready for the brown colored pencil, and I'm going to outline some places of the tomb and some I'm not. I'm going to make some dash marks and scuffs, just kind of accentuate some of the rough edges. And I'll do the same thing down on the dirt ground as well. Okay, we're at the last step of the painting and we're going to do the sky. Now I am cleaning my brush completely off and getting pure water on it. And I am going to paint it right up here on the sky, all the way around, all the way to the top, down to the bottom to the grass and the tomb. This is just clear water right now. And then we are going to grab the blue paint on our brush and paint it on top of this water. This is the technique called wet on wet. We've done it before in this painting, and this is my favorite part of watercolor. Now, after you're done painting this blue sky, make sure it dries fully, and then you can take off the masking tape very carefully, and you're done. This beautiful empty tomb painting, perfect for Easter. I love being Christian, and I love finding ways to remember Jesus in our holidays. This idea was requested by some fun followers. Now, if you guys ever have any requests, please reach out to me on my socials that I'll list in the description, or email me. I love painting with you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. Bye.